です。
現在
トップ。もう絶対80点台いってる。
さあ現在トップいただきました。
むちゃくちゃいい。
角度がすごかったですね。
むちゃくちゃいい。むちゃくちゃいい。かっこよい。音もめちゃくちゃかっこいいしね。
なんか上が回ってる感じの。
これエンジン何これ。
これ何
RB
ですか。
リズム&ブルース。
え
Last time you hear that engine. She's coming out. Welcome to the new video. Time to rip this sucker out. Let's freaking go. And it's out. Ripper Reader. Oh, look what's here. Big reveal. So firstly, I'll say who builds it and all that after. Righto, I know you guys are sick of waiting, I'm sick of waiting too, so I'm just going to announce it now. The brand spanking new bottom end. Yes, we're staying RB, and yes, we're going up in capacity to a massive 3.5 litre. That's right. Here it is, the brand new block. So this engine was a collaboration between PPM Racing Australia and also Horsepower Junkies. They built the bottom end, and PPM Racing Australia obviously supplied the stroker kit. So it's a 3.5 litre. I believe it's the only freaking one that I know about anyway. So PPM have done a lot of 3.4s. I believe this one is the first ever 3.5. It's freaking huge displacement upgrade. You'll know I've been running a 2.6 litre, and now we're going to a 3.5 litre. So torque is going to be on our side now, which I'm freaking excited about. But the only downside to this engine is the RPM. It's obviously got to go down. They have said we can rev it to 9,000 RPM, which is absolutely insane. It's a 97mm crank, and 9,000 RPM with that scares me. Because if you look at the graphs and like the border stroke ratio and all that sort of stuff, yeah, it's freaking crazy. But if they say I can rev it to 9, I'm gonna rev it to freaking 9. So let's just hope it still sounds good. Obviously my head's still gonna be on it, and that's what I'm freaking waiting for. So when I pulled the RB26 apart, the bores had been cracked into, the head studs have been cracked into the water galleries. Obviously we've been welding it up every time it's come out in between rounds. It's done, totally done. But that engine is going to live on because I really want to put it in another block. So I'm going to work the power tune and build up a new block for that one, which is freaking exciting. Obviously I wanted to go like the billet route, but I just couldn't afford it. So swipe the old credit card with this one, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm freaking pumped. But we're obviously waiting for the head, as you can see. There's no freaking head here. So this engine was obviously put together in a mad rush. Unfortunately, with shipping and everything, it didn't get here in time for the last round. And had I have stripped my other engine and tried to get this ready, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway because of obviously the head needing machining. I finally found the joint this morning that was happy to do it. It's something they don't do in Japan, 1/2-inch head studs, or not often. So yeah, I found the shop that'll do it, and quickest time you can do it is a week. So I've just got to wait, and unfortunately in a week I have to go back to Aussie. So I don't know what I'm going to do there, but I'm running out of time, and I've just been chipping away at everything else. So a lot of bent arms, a lot of bent stuff in the back of this car, which I've ordered new stuff for through Just. So Just Engineering are going to come on board and help us. We're also going to be putting their kit in the front of this car, which I'll be doing another full video on, which I'm freaking excited about. This thing has got a gigantic freaking brace plate in it, so the motor had to get moved up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut to a lot of footage of me messing around with this engine in the car. A lot of in and out, trying to get everything ready. So yeah, just been piecing away slowly. Massive thank you to Defy Auto as well. Andrew and Nikki here in Japan. They are obviously the people that you want to hit up if you need to get parts from Japan, like through Yahoo or anything. They come on board and hooked me up with 2 brand new freaking alternators, so I can't thank them enough. These are the 150 amp advanced alternators, the ones I've been using for like 10 years. So now we got 2 of them, which is freaking good. I'm gonna get rid of any electrical issues. I'm gonna do a lot of just little electrical stuff, just upgrading the cables, like from the alternator to the starter and stuff like that, do new earths, just so we don't have any issues there. There's not really much to sort of show you or tell you. We will be going to a fire ring setup, which is something I've never done before. So these little suckers here are going to be going in between on each cylinder. And then the head gasket is a copper head gasket, and you obviously have to put some goo on either side of that. And there's a bit of a process of sealing the head up, and then once it's sealed, you can jam as much boost as you want into the thing, and that's the only way it will leak is if it splits the freaking thing in half. So that's exciting. Chia's obviously pumped to tune this. He's never done a 3.5, so that's exciting. And we're going to stick with the same turbo because obviously it's very laggy, the 2.6. It's not going to rev as much. Exhaust flow and stuff like that, it should be Mickey Mouse. As for power, I think it's easy going to make 1,000, depending on what boost we put into it, but I'll just tell him to run whatever boost he can throw at it until it doesn't want to take any more, I guess. And yeah, we'll keep it really conservative because there's obviously a lot of material taken out of this genuine VL turbo block, by the way. This was Horsepower Junkies' freaking last virgin block they had. It's 86mm bore, so obviously got bored out to 86.5. Suit these pistons. It's got a big rod and a freaking gigantic crank. So yeah, it's freaking exciting. I just hope that everything lines up and I can get everything here in time. There's obviously a fair bit of fab work that I've got to do. Probably going to cut to some videos now of me showing you what's going to have to change in the engine bay. Obviously the engine mounts. Exhaust is going to have to get modified. Piping for the intercooler. And I've already fitted up the gearbox and the bottom end so everything's all clear. All the lines fit underneath. Doesn't hit the steering rack anymore and stuff like that. So there you go, guys. There no more secrets here. I wasn't holding out on yous for no reason. I wanted the freaking thing running and like I could say, yeah, here's the new motor, but it's going to take too long. And yeah, I know you guys are just as impatient as I am, so I thought I'd just let you know. So there it is, RB35. It's freaking exciting. Obviously the next video we're going to be, tuning it and then testing it. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting having torque. Very freaking interesting. So there was a lot of people that did guess this. Obviously I sort of put the feelers out there with PPM being the supplier of the stroker kit, so people just went on Google and seen they do 3.5 kits. So yeah, it's exciting. And I did a new signboard in the car. So big thanks to Grip Media. They made this signboard. I think it looks pretty sick, but it's just so like in car now you can't get confused. Like a lot of people are like, oh, what engine's in that? Or, what ECU? Who tunes it? Who built the thing? What clutch is in there? It's all on there now. So you don't have to freaking guess or tell your mates it's got something else. Or the worst one, people think it's got a rotary in it. Anyway, this is what are these guys? A 3.5 litre. I know I never said I'd go 3 litre, but after getting schooled time and time again and getting freaking annihilated in the FD field with all these dudes with 3.6s and big torque, big power, it kind of made sense. Like if I could have afforded a billet 2.8, I would have done it, more than likely, just so I got lots of RPM and all that good stuff. But the billet route is kind of scary. Like you see Ryan Littoral having nothing but dramas. Zach Pole, he didn't have any crazy dramas. He just had a lot of, what's the word? He had harmonic issues, I'd say, just like with the dowels for the flywheel. The flywheel was coming loose and stuff. But yeah, I think Zach's probably had the best luck with the billet engine in drifting. I know Dwayne McKeever, he's had a lot of dramas. He had like a 2-3 year stint there with no issues. But now recently he's having dramas. So hopefully that turns around for him. But yeah, we're the Cast 30 gang now. It's exciting. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it works on the dyno. So there's the update, guys. We'll cut to some footage of me dicking around trying to get it in. So all we're replacing, guys, is from there down. We've just got a new bottom end, which I'm freaking pumped about. So now the fun bit. We have to strip everything off, get ready to rip that freaking head off and make sure she's Mickey Mouse. Because there was a few problems on the weekend. There was water and oil mixing, and I have no idea why yet. If it's the head gasket, that means I gotta get the head decked. Now, you should always get the head decked, no matter what you're doing when you're putting it on a new bottom end. But time is not on our side. So I'm gonna pull it down, chuck the old straight edge on it, and see what it looks like. A lot of people are gonna blast me for this and be like, just freaking get it decked. We don't have time. Things don't happen every second here in Japan like it does in Australia. We're too spoiled in Australia. We get things just boom like that. Over here, it's not that simple. So yeah, this is obviously day one. I've been dicking around a lot today. I finally got it all out. I'm gonna pull as much as I can off tonight. It's already pretty late, but yeah, we'll get stuck into it. I'll report back in a second. Okay guys, I got the motor stripped down now. Very interesting so far. Obviously, this is the head. Head's freaking mint. I'm pumped about that. I'll chuck a straight edge on it, make sure it is tickety-boo, because I was gonna get it decked, but we'll see. We'll see, we might not need to. But look at this. Do you reckon, where do you reckon that head stud come from? So obviously I've done everything so I know exactly where it's come from. But that one definitely come from where the crack was on this side. So I reckon things are cracked almighty good down that one right there. I think that was the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, yep, 4, this one. That's exactly where it split. So that's obviously where the water and oil are mixing, I'm assuming. I'll take the gasket off and show you again, but for 6 years, this thing is done pretty freaking good. Credit to PPM, Power Tune, and obviously Motec, because without that combo, it wouldn't have lasted, that's for sure. But this is freaking cool. All right, I'll take the head gasket off. Okay, so head gasket's off, and there's cracks galore. This is not gonna focus, is it? Here you go, can you see it? Straight into the water. So that's why the water and oil is mixing. Everything else looks pretty okay-ish. I've got to clean it properly, but yeah, it's crazy how good these pistons are. Taking an absolute hiding. Can't wait to see what the crank rods and bearings look like. That'll be very interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find another 26 block, put all this back in it. But yeah, even the ball is wearing freaking pretty damn good. Not fucking bad at all. And yeah, head gasket held up all right. It's not bloody bad. So that'll be it for today. Tomorrow, I'll suss out the head, clean it all up, get it ready for either decking it or whatnot. But yeah, then I'll clean everything up, sump. I'll start fitting all the accessories onto the other motor so I can see where it sits in the engine bay, because yeah, obviously everything's going to be moved slightly, because it's going to sit higher, being a bigger, taller bottom end. I just spat in it straight past you, you're lucky. Okay, calling it. Let's get out of here.
The next day.
All right, we're back, and today the brand spanking new motor's in there. Obviously everyone knows that this is the new motor. It's a one-off RB35 from PPM Racing and Horsepower Junkies collaboration. Very excited, obviously, very nervous. I've been told we can rev this thing, so I wish I never looked inside when I put like the sump and everything on. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking, but they know what they're doing. I have to trust. It's that simple. But being a 3-litre block, everything moves. And when I say everything, just the height. And because I've got this gigantic freaking brace on it, the bottoms move down a bit too. So this is the first time I put it in the Beamer. And I'm happy to announce that I do not have to modify the sump. All the engine mounts, the only thing I've got to modify is the fittings underneath for the dry sump. So it looks very ugly as it is right now. I'm going to try and clean a lot of things up because I do have a couple of extra days here and there before obviously it's going to be running and all that. So yeah, I'm fluffing around, doing as much as I can to sort of clean everything up here, and new lines and all that sort of stuff, change power steering stuff, and yeah, just make it better and make sure it's going to be reliable. So this is an exciting freaking step. The fact that it fits in there and I don't have to modify anything drastically it's a huge step forward and a massive relief, because so far I've had to, just to get the sump to fit, the brace kit that's on the 30 block, and yeah, it took me all freaking day yesterday. So that's done. Oil pump's on from the 26. That's just the gut of the oil pump. Brand new front main seal. The engine come obviously with a water pump. I've still got the fins in it. I thought I didn't have them in the 26. I was just relying on the electric water pump in the back. But it's got the fins, so I'm just going to leave them in. It's got the tensioners on there. They've put the extra tensioner on because of the 30 block, obviously. And there's a few like things on the side of these blocks that are different, but everything's movable, and I have lines here thanks to Raceworks and a couple of fittings left, so we'll be able to make that work. The biggest thing now is going to be the head. So there's quite a procedure doing the fire ring head. So I'm going to do that obviously out the car, but I just needed to put this in to make sure it's going to fit, because then I can start it up, like fit all the lines and yeah, make it run. So there's a lot to do, guys, a lot to freaking do. So now that fits, I'm just going to double check everything, chuck a couple of the lines on, and just make sure that I can put fittings on the sump. And yeah, it is freaking hot. It's so freaking hot here. I'm sweating so freaking much. Anyway, let's get into it.
A few moments later.
Well, that didn't go to plan. Long story short, spent the entire freaking day redoing the engine mounts because it was fouling on the steering rack right there. So yeah, it was a bit of a freaking mission, not gonna lie. There was a lot of freaking in and out with these stupid engine mounts. But I finally got that done. It's freaking late. I was gonna do the valve check now because, yeah, I need to make sure the valves aren't gonna touch the pistons. It has been checked, but just for peace of mind, I'm gonna do it myself as well. And then hopefully tomorrow we can put the head on for the final time. One thing I didn't know is the RB26 crank bolt does not fit RB30. So I've ordered one from Aussie, but it's not going to get here till freaking next week because planes don't come here every day. So I'm going to try and get something from Home Centre just so I can turn the motor over and check things. They probably won't have anything, so I'll have to think of another way of turning the motor over. Probably use a flywheel or something. I'm not sure yet. Alright, that's today done. Not much to report. I'll be back again tomorrow.
The next day.
New day, new drama. So, these suckers right here, 1/2-inch head studs. I assumed I had 1/2-inch head studs in my old motor. I just cracked the top open because it's been so long. I'm like seeing 625 studs. I'm like, yeah, there must be 1/2-inch. Idiot. God damn it. So now I've got to get my head drilled out, and there's no one anywhere close to me that can do that around here. So, oh man, this is a huge setback. Not sure what to do, but when I figure it out, we'll be back. This is a big hold up. God damn it.
Many months later.
Righto, so while the freaking head is now somewhere else trying to get drilled out, I thought I'd take it upon myself to clean everything up, get it ready. So I'm well and truly ready. So I ripped the dry sump apart. Long story short, you just undo the 4 bolts. Obviously once you got it off its bracket and everything, slide these main pins straight out the front. You have to take the front wheel off, or at least that's what I think you have to do. It's got a circlip that holds this front cover on, and then it just slides off. This one was a little bit stuck just because it's been sitting for so long in the car. This has been on here for like 7 years, so it took a little bit of convincing to come apart. But now that it has, everything will just sort of slide off. So if you see here, oh, same process as the G-Force. So as it comes off, put it straight down. So and when you're putting it back together, you just pop it up and straight on. So all these gears just slide straight off. And you can just have a little geezer. This one's pretty worn, but overall it's not. Oh, sorry. This one's pretty worn, but overall it's not too bad. So, now in theory, jeez, it's very rusty. Yeah, it's not, I don't like that. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, don't forget there's keyways on these guys. So on one side of the shaft there's keyways, I've just found out. So be careful with that. And yeah, I'll check them all. If there's anything to report, I'll show you, but I don't think there will be. I'm just making sure it's all freaking Mickey. So, yeah. Okay, the dry sump pump's done. I've pieced it back together and obviously made sure it was all clean. Put some oil in it so it's not going to sit there with no oil. Like, just so it doesn't rust. I know it wouldn't, but, you know. And I did mark where this was sitting, but the mark's obviously moved. But then also with this new motor, the power steering pump's going to sit in a different spot, so that's going to have to move anyway. Actually, no, the power steering pump's the only one that's going to move. This won't move because it's in line with the crank pulley. And speaking of the crank pulley, have a look at this. So I run an ATI damper, and these have O-rings in them. Check it out. Huge gap this side, little gap that side. O-ring is Ted. Absolutely cactus. So I've ordered a couple of sets of them because I do have a spare pulley, which I know that O-ring's pretty Ted as well. So I'll get both them rebuilt. And then yeah, it's pretty much all to report for today. We'll come back tomorrow and just start cleaning the lines, like just, yeah, clean everything. Assemble a few things on the bottom end. Just make sure everything's going to fit. And yeah, I don't really know what else to do until the head's finished. And I don't know how long that's going to take, which is freaking scary, but is what it is. Can't do much about it. It's my mistake. And yeah, anyway, stinking hot. I'm out of here. We'll be back tomorrow.
The next day.
It's a brand new day, and there's a brand new thing in the shop. Oi! It's even matching. How good. Massive, massive thank you to Revolution Auto Care. They hooked us up with a toolbox. They come to Suzuka around, and Lockie was just like, bro, is this what you're working with? I'm like, yeah, mate, it's all the tools I need at the time. And he's like, I'll sort you out. So he hooked me up with this wicked toolbox. I know it looks basic, but it's got frickin' everything. Everything you need. It's absolutely perfect. Just keeps going and going and going. So yeah, massive thank you to Lockie and obviously Revolution Auto Care. They've come on board as one of the bonnet sponsors at the start of the year, and then he obviously come to Japan, got him tickets to Suzuka, and he hung out in the pits. And yeah, now he's supporting Russell as well. He's just a freaking all-round bloody good egg. So please remember, guys, support the companies that support drifting. Not only just me, but just drifting in general, because obviously they support me. They also support Russell. And yeah, it goes a freaking long way. You would not believe it. So thank you, Lockie. Appreciate it so much, mate. And I really do hope you can get here for the final round, because I'm going to need someone to work that toolbox. Oh, and as for the engine, it's still obviously waiting for the frickin' head to get machined. So, Japan kills me. They have holidays on holidays on holidays. So yeah, I'm just cleaning everything up. Got all the dry sump back on. Cleaned all the lines, everything. Just starting to piece little things back together and make sure I've got everything, because just lots of little dumb things are popping up, like the frickin' balancer bolt is not the same from 26 to 30. So I'm just slowly chipping away. And I did look into the power steering. The bracket might be needing some modifications, but yeah. I was actually going to change to a sprint car power steering pump, which probably would have been smart. So it would have saved a lot of lines and actually no, it wouldn't. This one works, don't change it, leave it. And then like I was going to change the inlet manifold and go bloody ITBs. I still might yet, we'll see. Because my good mate back in Oz, I won't say who it is just yet until we commit to it, but he's doing some freaking cool stuff with ITBs and 12 injectors, and I've been dying to do that setup for a long freaking time. So anyway, let's get on to the next thing. Thanks again, Lockie. So, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days left. So now we have 8 days left before I have to piss off to Aussie. And there's a lot to do. There's a big list there, a lot of things I've ordered, a lot of things I need to double check. And yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. But we'll get there. If anyone's gonna do it, it's freaking me and this thing, that's for sure. But I'll keep you guys in the loop. Hopefully the head's here within a week, and then we can get straight back into it. But yeah, just wanted to give you an update. We are going 3.5 later. Hope you guys are excited as I am. All right, we'll see you on the freaking next one with this thing freaking running.
現在
現在トップ、もう絶対80点台いってる。
さあ現在トップいただきました。
むちゃくちゃいい。
角度がすごかったですね。
むちゃくちゃいい。むちゃくちゃいい。かっこよい。音もめちゃくちゃかっこいいしね。
なんか上が回ってる感
こ
じの。
れエンジン何これ？
これ
RB。
RB ですか？
リズム&ブルース。
え？